Tonight in Jungle Land.
Hi, from Sanctuary, it's your old friend Chaos in Order, Laptop Bob, Boober D, that's me. Come out and see. We'll have some tea in the rectory. Well, I've been shooting my mouth off about doing a podcast from Sanctuary, and you know, this first one is from the inside, obviously. For those of you who may have gotten the wrong impression, the 5 acres is not a virgin farmland. It has a house on it. So I'm on 5 acres in a very nice house that was built in 1956. And yeah, the last month, April, was wet and cold and windy and dark, and it almost did me in. You know, yeah, almost. It was not a pleasant month, but you know, I needed to be alone, and if the weather had been nice, I wouldn't have been able to justify just sitting here alone for a month. But I needed that after the I just needed to be away from people for a while, and it was really good. And the last couple of days, when we had the nice weather, May 3rd and 4th, wasn't it? Anyway, Wednesday and Thursday, I went out and I felt like I could interact with people and be able to offer them the same baseline of human interaction that I had been used to for most of my life, which wasn't certainly wasn't prevalent, and most of the time it didn't feel like it was even evident for the months of February and March. You know, I got to see what it's like to be on the other side of a drunk, of a seriously addled drunk. The havoc that spreads from like a diaspora. There's blooms. But it's like blooms of solvent destroying everything in their path quietly, without a lot of the markers sometimes of overt destruction of one human being by another, or a group of human beings by a single person. So, but I got out of that, and none the worse for wear. And I've had my month alone, and I'm ready to start. You know, I can't keep saying, "Oh, my life is so unsettled. I gotta, you know." My life is unsettled. It's going to continue to be unsettled. The difference now is that I know the people that own this property that I'm dealing with present, they're engaged with my life, with what's going on with my life, and genuinely concerned about the circumstances of my life on the same level that they are concerned about the circumstances of their own lives. And I know that I'm not going to get a call on a Monday that says, Bob, you got to go by Thursday, and then a call on Wednesday that says, oh, Bob, I guess you can stay till the end of next week, and the constant changing just to keep a person on a string. I'm going to get honesty, I'm going to get fairness, I'm going to have every opportunity to succeed in this situation rather than every opportunity to fail. By the way, a friend of mine who I haven't seen really in a long time told me the other night that, not many people can wear orange like that. You look good in orange. You should keep wearing that. And this is one of the shirts that that didn't get packed away when I came to Sanctuary here. And I got the rest of my clothes last week, and I went out to do something, and I'll be damned, it was the night I got the compliment about wearing orange. If I didn't go right back to this shirt. I love this shirt for some reason. I know it's a weird time of year to be wearing orange, and frankly, that doesn't time of year and colors to wear. That's like trying to tune a fish. It just does not compute with me. So yeah, I'm wearing my orange shirt again, and I am the glass, that glass that people look at you go and they go, is this glass half empty or half full? What is the sound of one half empty glass clapping? My cup, my glass, is on perpetual overflow. It's not half anything. It's not my cup runneth over with love. But that love's a big part of it, but it's not based in religion or connection to oneself or one's universe. My glass is overfilled, and it has been for a long time. I have days when I hope nobody asks, because I'll tell them the fucking glass is empty, and maybe the glass isn't even there, and why are they asking me about the goddamn glass? But anytime you're going to sit me down and ask me seriously, how's that glass doing? I'm going to say, overflow. No problem. I want to say some things about the nature of friendship because it has been much on my mind lately. It's been much on my mind probably since Greg Chesterman in kindergarten. I'd go over to his house every day, or he'd come over to my house, and it always done the same way. I'm going down, I'm mad, and when I get mad, I stay mad. And we'd be best friends again the next day. So, all this study of what friendship is, what it means, what it can mean, what it must mean, what it can never mean, these questions that have presented themselves naturally to me over the course of my life. For a lot of my life, excuse me, I based what I thought friendship was on what a person had to offer me, because I was a person who had needs. And I was never a real nasty, manipulative, steal. I never really stole from my friends, or that kind of stuff. But it's always the overriding thing in the back of my head was, how can these people help me? How can these people keep my secret about how drunk I am most of the time? How can they help me? Whatever. And then I came to a point in the last 5 or 6 years, just that amount of time, that where I felt friendship was still based in what another person could do for you, but it had those things had become you couldn't force those things. This person provides me with this, but that's just the way it is, so that's okay. And I provide them with this, even though it's unconventional and most of the time intangible, and certainly not consisting of the things, the ingredients that modern society bakes together in a cake of success. Okay? And as I've grown sideways and become more able to mimic the traits of adulthood in my social gatherings. God, these old houses make such crazy cool noises. Anyway, I have come to understand that it is true that I do have unique gifts to offer to other people. That they are not financially based, or still tangible things, or sometimes not even quantifiable. Is not a source of chagrin or guilt or subterfuge or anymore. It's value. It's who I am. It's where my value to other people comes from. And I think I have a lot to offer other people in those ways. But just recently, I think that it goes beyond that. It goes to a finer tune. It goes to your best friends in life are the people who are going to allow you they are not only going to allow you to be the person you've become when you finally grow sideways or up, as some people would say. They're going to facilitate you being that person. They're going to put you in situations where they realize your weaknesses may be tested, your strengths will be noticed, emphasized, but your weaknesses There are some things that I do not do well. There are some things that I do not any longer really make, it's no longer important for me to find the answers to why I'm so bad with money. I'm bad with money. My best friends now are the people who don't try to put me on a budget. Don't try to set me up to do better. Don't try to get me in a position where I can be more of a human being, a functional member of society who brings in more cashola, primero dinero, whatever you want to call it. There are people who understand that their goals are not going to be always my goals, and that is not only okay, but it is essential to humans progressing. We have to have different points of view because for one reason, we can do nothing other than have different points of view. Because there are no two points of view alike, ever. There never have been. There never will be. Human beings are too individual to ever have a point of view that matches someone else's point of view close enough to call them the same point of view. We may agree to the nth on some things, but it's still not from the same point of view. The fact that we agree is amazing because of our separate experience. For all our mutual experience, our separate conclusions are the same. Does that make sense? Billy, did that make sense? I think so. So, the best friends you'll ever have in life are the ones, not the ones that are going to give, not the ones that are going to take what you have to give. They're the ones, the best friends you are ever going to have in life are going to be the ones that enable you to be who you are when you figure that out. Pretty heavy shit. I'm glad I have some friends like that. And I'm glad that because I have friends who sit, in the, on the fence kind of. They wish I could do better. They understand that for some reason I think I'm doing fairly well, but they wish I could get rid of that point of view and understand that I could do so much more. I could be so much more. I could experience so much more. Well, I bless their hearts. These are people that I'm talking about who have no malice towards me, who have what they consider to be my best interest in their hearts and in their minds. And I don't begrudge them that. But a better friend is the one who realizes that I am happy where I am. I do get everything I need out of every day. That the glass is never half empty or half full. It's always overflowing for me. My best friends are the people who understand that, who grok that I'm okay. And I thank the universe that I've been able to find some people like that. Hey, I'm doing some painting. What do you think of this one? I kind of like this one. It's getting there. That's Van Houten with the tree in the middle. And this one is for my friends David and Lisa Hunsinger. I stayed with David and Lisa in their home in West Vancouver for the months of October, November, most of October, November and December of last year. And you know, I make no bones about when somebody does something nice for me, the first thing I want to do is give them a painting. And David and Lisa had a very nice home with, you know, like Norman Rockwell's and you know, art. So we joked about, geez, Lisa, you know, I don't know if my paintings, any of my paintings will ever go in your house. Excuse me, would ever fit in your house, but if you ever see one that does, you gotta tell me right away so I can give it to you. And she was interested as this one kind of went together. It's definitely an abstract, and every bit as kind of chaotic as most of the stuff I do. But at some point she said, you know, it came to the attention of everyone involved that it was done and that they would like to have it. So that was about a month ago, and a little more than a month ago, and I've been trying to honestly, I've been trying to decide, because for a while, when I thought I'd finished it, I thought it went like this, because I thought this looked like a cool dentist chair, and this looked like a word, kind of. But up until that point, this painting had always gone like this. And I saw something, I signed it tonight, and the thing that made me decide to have it signed down there is that this kind of looks, I don't see this kind of stuff in my paintings a lot, but this looks like the Enterprise to me. So, and it's May the 4th. Oh, may the 4th be with you. May live long and prosper. May the 4th be with you. Mixing my sci-fi. So this is David and Lisa's, and if you hadn't put 2 and 2 together and come up with 5, David and Lisa are 2 of the people who fall into that category of the new definition of what a friend is in its optimal, you know, alignment. Someone who allows you to be who you are when you finally figure out who you are. And they have in situations repeated shown me that they not only understand who I am, but value and cherish and wish to nurture who I am. And you know, I should have just said it that way the whole time, because that's what better friend can anybody have. Anyway, the other thing I just hope people remember tonight is that as divided as we are right now, especially in this country, scary time for someone who I was listening out of the corner of my ear to a news report today, and the story started off with I can't remember the number of years. It was 42 years ago today And my brain went immediately, Kent State. We haven't seen that type of explosive, matchhead violence from the establishment onto the anti-establishment in America right now. But we may, and one of the ways that we can avoid that is to remember that no matter how different we are, no matter how divided we are, no matter how stupid you think I am for some of the things I say and how stupid I am absolutely positive you are for some of the things you say, we're all human. We have that in common. And as long as we have that in common, we have the ability to compromise, reach a consensus, and move forward toward a better standing for our race in the universe. So, good night. Chaos and Order, Laptop Bob. I love you all. See ya.